This is my gameplay video of the Get to Work Science Career, part of my series where I play through each Sims pack. I find it quite useful to turn off the autonomy as I play active careers. If you feel like me, you can do the same. We will start by joining our science career, which you can do on your phone or by the work tab. Afterwards, you will be waiting patiently until it's your work time, and when you get the pop up, you can join your sim to work. Since we are in the lab, we will have a very quick tour. This is the basement where you can have a thoughtful shower. On the first floor, you will be having the main entrance and a reception. We have a small science garden which you should probably customize because later on in the game you can harvest them and use the things you collected to make potions. On this section and the next one, you'll be finding some devices which you have to use on some tasks that game will be giving to you. And these tasks will be deciding whether you did a good job or not in that day. In here, you have a spot to build a rocket to have even more rabbit hole experiences in The Sims 4, but we will come to that later on. The second floor is to socialize with your coworkers, eat something, or do some workout. And there is an observatory where you can use it to capture really nice space prints to later on use as a decoration in your house or elsewhere. The work bar will be filling as you do more tasks, which will decide your work performance of the day. And if you feel like you can't make it in time, then you can stay late for work. Each day you will be assigned to do different tasks, and these tasks might be about using a certain device in a certain way. It might be creating a potion, it might be trying a potion, testing it, or giving it to someone else. It can be socializing with your coworkers, about working out. It can be pretty much anything. But these tasks will be differing as you get promotions. So, how do we get promotions? Nope, the answer is not cheating. You have to check your work tab, and in there, it will be saying the amount of breakthroughs that you have to accomplish. And at the same time, your work performance should be perfect. And each time you get a promotion, your work performance will be dropping back to normal. So, for each time, you have to increase it back to perfect. One of my favorite feature in the science career is the collectibles. There are tons of them. There are crystals, metals, elements, fossils, space rocks, aliens, space prints, microscopic prints. And do you know what you can do? You can gather all of those and make a museum, an auction house, a retail store where there's no need of restocking because you will be the one that is hunting all those items. And I think that adds a very unique value to your game style that you should try. We have been talking about collectibles, so how do we actually get them? You can see them in the corners of the lab and you can dig them out. There will be crystals, metals, sometimes fossils, and more different things. You can also gather metals and crystals by asking your coworkers nicely. However, sometimes they will be refusing to give it to you. Having a good friendship bar with them will be always helpful. And in order to find that command, you have to go to friendship, interest, and ask for a metal or a crystal. First time I played this pack, I actually struggled finding that. Talking about struggles, let's take a look at each device so you won't be struggling when you play this expansion pack. This is the chemical analyzer, and you will be having interactions like analyzing a flora, a metal, an element, a crystal, or practicing analysis. So, in here, when you analyze a collectible, there is a chance that you will increase the amount of collectibles in your inventory. So, that's one way of doing it as well. We talked a lot about how to gather crystals and metals, and when it comes to elements, you can actually use the feature practice analysis in order to get them. Or when you are home, you can call Geo in order to send some metals or crystals of yours to analyzing, and you will be getting element results in your mailbox the day after. We also mentioned that the gardening being a big aspect of the science career, and you can actually use this device in order to analyze a flora of your choice. And if you're lucky enough, the flora that you analyzed will improve in the quality. So instead of waiting for it to fertilize for a day, you can actually use this feature. If you're lucky enough, you won't have to wait a single day for it to fertilize. This is the microscope where you can use it to analyze a crystal, metal, or a fossil sample. You can't just analyze the whole thing. First of all, you have to take a sample from each of these collectibles, and that interaction is directly available when you click on them. And then you will be able to use the microscope with the collectible of your choice. This is also the device where we get some prints where you can later on use it as a decoration. I genuinely love this feature and I think it looks far more better than the most of the Sims 4 paintings. You can also use this device to get later on decorations, and if you get the prints in different times of the day, there is a chance you will be getting different pictures. Let's show you this masterpiece as well, which is also far more better than most of the Sims paintings. As you get promotions, you can order your coworkers to work on the rocket to build it faster. When you are done building your rocket, you can now explore the space. No, wait, that's a rabbit hole. But you will be still having some interactions depending on your answers. You will receive different results, and that will be leading you to receiving different gifts. You can use the chemistry lab on the purpose of synthesizing a serum or experimenting. There are 14 different serums, and each of them has a different impact on your Sims. If you don't want your serums to fail, you have to test them 3 times to turn them into a trained serum. Serums can temporarily turn your Sims into a ghost, make them best friends with the Reaper, make them slimmer, energized, fatter, fitter, smarter, angry, recovered, sleepy, flirty, or give them alien powers. On the invention constructor, you can invent Simray, wormhole cloning machine, Howard lamp, momentum conserver, and satellite dish, which we will be going through one by one. Also, keep in mind that doesn't matter what you invent, you're gonna have to upgrade it for the most fancy features, which requires handiness. This is the momentum conserver. Maybe it doesn't look so fancy, but you can keep it as a decoration. Our lamp, on the other hand, is a little bit more interesting with the feature of changing the lights. If you think that spellcasters are the superior Sims, then think again, because scientists can transform objects, freeze Sims, and mind controlling Sims to sleep, sit, panic, eat, clean, and change their outfit to the desired style. We talked about creating a retail store with science collectibles without needing of restocking the items. And with the cloning machine, you actually don't even need to hunt the items all over again because you can just make a copy of it. And when one sells, you will make another copy and it will never go out and you will never have to hunt them again. Talking about cloning machine, if you like your Sims so much that you never want to play with another Sims ever, and you want to get rid of the boundary of space and time, then you can just clone yourself and you will be almost identical play two identical Sims at the same time. With the satellite dish, you can contact or detect aliens, prevent abductions, and the best feature of all, start a neighborhood hive mind, which will make immediately the whole town angry, have a bladder problems, make them dance, make them happy, or knock them out. It's also worth mentioning that all these features are completely compatible with the Get Famous reputation system. Wormhole is also one of those devices that you will be using it on task purposes. You will mostly be calibrating it. Also, you can use it to contact aliens. Time to time, if you're lucky enough, you will actually be inviting an alien to the lab. You can also use the wormhole to travel to the alien world, which is entirely a different experience. Well, that's pretty much it for today. In the next video, we will be discovering the features of the aliens and their world. If you like this type of content, you can let me know in the comment section which expansion pack I should discover the next.